She's gonna call action.
Action!
That is awesome. How are you, Chloe? Good to see you again.
How are you guys? I feel like I've seen all of you today. Did I see all of you today?
That's awesome. Well, it was freezing in here before, so they turned the air down, and I think there's a little bit of warmth in this room now, so we're going to be fickle about how we're going to survive. That's cool. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Person I was with me last weekend.
I'm so sorry.
She had a lot to say about you too. So
she's awesome.
Yeah, well, you're awesome too. And what we're going to talk about first, of course, is your character on S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm not a fan, as I was telling the group here, I'm not a fan of the word Daisy.
You don't. A lot of people hate the name Daisy. Most of you guys are like super offended by the name Daisy. Here's what I like about Daisy. It's unassuming, right? You look at a daisy and you go, oh, it's just a pretty little flower. But no, it's pretty resilient. And that's why I like the name Daisy, because you can judge a daisy and you go, oh, it's just a cute little thing. It's a nice little flower. It's a little daisy. But they're actually pretty tough and they can withstand a lot. So that's why I like the name Daisy.
Well, we had some freaking post 2000 guy over there go with flower power.
Yes.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
So, S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
You are, in fact, the agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. or
Yes.
Inhuman/Inhuman.
Inhuman agent.
What do you like better, being someone who has superpowers, or originally being someone as a member of a powerful international covert operational force?
I like being the only one who's both. Or one of the only ones. Yeah, I like being the first one who is, well, you know, it's a lot of fun. It's fun getting to play both, especially right now because of the Civil War, and you know, people keep asking like, how is the Civil War going to tie into your show? But we've been dealing with our version of the Civil War for a couple of, you know, for the majority of the season, dealing with people and feeling left out and not having powers, or you know, it feels very relevant, the topic of Inhumans and the topic of Civil War, especially what we've been dealing with on our show. So.
And we appreciate the tie-ins between movie and series and movies. So it's awesome when you just come from the latest Marvel movie, whether it's Avengers or whatever, and it's like, okay, we got a little bit of cliffhanger here, and then S.H.I.E.L.D. starts on TV, and it's like, whoa, they're picking up from where they left off in the movie. This is so cool.
Yeah, what I love about the show is, you know, in the movies they have massive fights between, you know, Iron Man and the Hulk, and you see S.H.I.E.L.D. agents running around, and you see all these other people, you know, you see people running around on the streets, and S.H.I.E.L.D. goes inside of that, and you see how the little people are affected by the things in the Avengers, and you know, that's what the kind of tagline of our show was when we first started, was not all heroes are super. And I think that's why the show resonates with so many people, is because you can be an incredible person. You don't necessarily have to have powers. So I think that's why our show is
awesome. Okay, well, we're going to open up the questions here. But I need to ask you this one last question.
Yes.
This is very important. It's critical on how the rest of this panel is going to go.
Okay.
Team
Cap or
Team Iron Man.
I knew it! Cap.
Awesome. Let me ask you why. But go ahead, let's go with the first question. Hi.
Hi. How did it feel how did you like your character on S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I love it. It's really fun. She's changed a lot. You know, when I got the audition for this character, I was going out for a computer hacker who lived in her van, and now I am a superhero. So that kind of arc has been incredible, and something that was super unexpected, because I didn't think I was going to be able to be a superhero. When I was a kid, I never wanted to be a princess. I always wanted to kick ass. So it's cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. What's up?
On the cast of S.H.I.E.L.D., who do you think is the most likely to be able to pick up for Sam?
Oh, Simmons. very unassuming, but you must never judge. She's awesome. She's a little English rose, but she's very unexpected. So I bet Simmons would be able to if anyone. She'd find like a calculation, be like, well, if I still like these, I can do it. Good question.
I agree with you. It'd probably be Simmons.
Yeah.
You know, and then she'd drop it and go, ooh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Nice, good. Hey, man.
Hi, you're very pretty. And my question,
Wait,
Are you single?
how old are you? I'm sure there's some laws here in this state. How old are you?
I'm 12.
Okay.
My question is, if you could give Agent Coulson any inhuman power, what would it be?
That's a good one. I feel like invisibility for Coulson. I don't know why, but I think invisibility would be. I feel like mind reading is interesting, but I kind of feel like he doesn't need that because he's so good at reading people. But I kind of love Coulson not having powers because I think he's still just as powerful. Yeah, so I feel it would feel wrong. Plus he has this awesome hand now.
That would be better twerking.
I don't think his twerking can get any better.
What do you know about twerking?
Yeah. This is 2016. Right?
Internet.
Yes. Alright, see you later. What's up, Dorian?
And then one day, oh my God. Hey Chloe,
Hey.
Pizza Color. I just want to say that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is probably the most diverse TV show on TV right now.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, my question is, since now that we've got some Captain Marvel news coming out, do you think you might see Kamala Khan appear on the show in season 4 or season 5?
That would be awesome because I think that's so relevant and so necessary.
Yeah.
I would love that. I'm sure they brought it up in the writer's room at this point. I think that would be amazing. I hope so.
Yeah, I think Daisy would be a good mentor for her. Like, she doesn't necessarily have to be the Captain Marvel, but she can just like be a mentor. I mean, be under you, just learn how to hone her powers, and then be part of the Secret Warriors, hopefully.
I know, that would be so cool. I would need that so much.
Okay, last thing. I'm sorry, but I know
One question for
He
everyone.
can ask one more because he.
I know Lincoln and Brett are both out of the picture now. So if Daisy ever needs a love interest or anything like that, you know where to find me.
It's a competition between you and him.
It's okay. Hey, man.
Last year at Make May Cadence, someone asked who she thought would win between Daisy and Agent May, and she said that she'd take your ass. What do you think?
I'd probably let her. I think she knows it's a respect thing and like she knows I wouldn't. But I think we did fight season 2 and I'm sure I won.
Hi.
Hi.
I love your outfit.
Thank
And
you.
second, you got me a chance to work with a lot of hot guys. So
It's a tough job.
Yeah. It really is. Can I take it?
Do you want it? Go ahead.
So my friend Rachel's a big fan of yours, and she wanted to know what favorite movie you have working with these hot guys.
Well, you know, when we shot, if you're here and you haven't seen the finale of season 3, that's your fault, so I'm not sorry. When we shot the finale of season 3, me, Brett, and Luke all wrapped at the same time, and that's when you shoot your last scene, and every one of the crew and producers and everyone comes down, and they all say, and that's a wrap on Chloe Bennet, and then they said that's a series wrap on Brett Dalton and Luke Mitchell, and there's a video of it actually. I actually have it on my phone somewhere. And I just, sorry to the children, I lost my shit and I just started hysterically crying and I couldn't keep it together. We did like a big group hug and then we went straight to the rap party from there. And I'm really good friends with Luke Mitchell, and it was really, it's just, because I work with both of them the most out of anyone on the show, and I've obviously gotten pretty close to both of them. But they're really great friends, and it was really, really heartbreaking to say goodbye to, you know, my best friends. And I know I'll see them. I mean, I'm neighbors with Brett, so. But
That's gonna be awkward.
no, it's not like, do you have sugar?
Brett's standing out in his room, going to work, I see.
No, but it's sad, you know. That finale was probably the hardest thing emotionally I've had to shoot on the show, and it wasn't. The tears were 100% real, and it was just heartbreaking to see my friends leave the show. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Hello.
Hi.
My name is Sam. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is also for my friend Rachel.
Oh, where's Rachel?
She's not here. She's on the internet.
Oh. She could be catfished, you guys.
That's what it's coming in clutch. But
Okay.
anyway, so she would like to know what are some of your favorite moments from season 1. Like on set, I guess.
I loved season 1 when Clark and I fell out of, so our plane was falling out of the sky, so we were in a car falling out of the plane, and then I was in the car falling out of the plane that was falling out of the sky. So that scene that we shot, they put Lola on a big, giant, I mean, huge, it went up to the ceiling, and we were controlled by an Xbox remote. This giant, I was like, so how are you moving the car? They're like, with this. I was like, great. And they put a harness on me, and then they had like 7 guys, because that's my weight. And they pulled me up out of the car, and getting to shoot that scene where we, you know, fell out of the car was so much fun. It was a pinch me moment of, oh my God, I'm in a Marvel show, and this is a red shiny car, and there's Wolfen next to me, and you know, he grabs my hand and he pulls me back in, and that was a lot of fun.
How many takes?
Oh, we did it all day, so by the time we were like, hi, what's up? We couldn't shoot the next day because our voices were totally shot. But that and the pilot, I mean, shooting the pilot was so special, and to think that we didn't know each other at all as a cast, and we really grew so much throughout the show, and you know, we were a ragtag group of people actors who didn't know each other, and then our character, it was very parallel the way that our characters and our as actors would do alongside each other, so that was really fun.
You're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, you too, girls. Hi again. I have a video of you guys on my phone. I know. Can you say the line that you said for everyone? Together.
With great power comes a lot of crap that you are not prepared to deal with.
Thank you.
So my question is, if Lincoln, Luke, was there when Ward was still part of the team at like season 1, which one would you pick?
I haven't gotten that question before. That's a good one. Well, and Ward is in Hydra?
Well, he is Hydra, but you don't know it.
I don't know. I would just be like, do you guys all want to hang? Guys do that. I can get away with it. I would pick both. Yeah.
I'll take that as a
Okay.
Just don't you go out there breaking hearts, okay?
Yes.
You have 2 men, and one of us are going to get hurt. Okay?
Yes.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Okay, so my question is, was there one day where you just had big giggles and everybody on the cast had big giggles and you couldn't get through a scene?
All the time. So the first season, we had like a lot of scenes around the holocron. And when you do a long take of, when you do a one-take scene, if one person messes up their line, you have to start over. So that you get kind of anxious. And so we were shooting this scene, and everyone had all this dialogue. And Ming, you know, the first season had, you know, she was very stoic, and it was May. So she had one line at the end of the scene. So we all got through our lines, and Ming was zoning out as you do, because it takes like 4 hours, 5 hours to shoot for something really quick on the show. So she's supposed to say something, and instead she goes, "Huda." And we're all like, what? And we all just started dying laughing, and now whenever we mess up, we go, who the? All the time. But there was also a scene in season 2 when Brett finally came back to our group and we were all in a Quinjet. We had like snow pants on and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys remember, but we were all in a Quinjet. And there was 3, it was me, Ming, and Clark, and then Ian, Elizabeth, and Brett. And we were all sitting at each other. And when you see a Quinjet flying out of the sky and you see us reacting, this is all we are doing. Literally like this. We're sitting next to, and we have to stare at each other like this, pretending to fall out of the sky. And so if you look at that scene, no one's looking at each other. We're all like this. I couldn't stop laughing. I could not, and no one would stop laughing. So, and then Ian was messing with us, and Ian would go, and then Clark, to make it worse, Clark put a fart machine under my chair. So we had a fart machine, so I was like, what the fuck is Jeff Bell had like these guests come to the show to visit, so we're all strapped into the Quinjet, and we couldn't really move, and they come, and when people visit the set, they walk on and they say hi to us, and I'm like, hi, I'm Chloe, nice to meet you. It was, it happens all the time though, but Ian makes Elizabeth and I laugh. There's a scene in the finale when I come back and they're you actually can see it in the finale in the last scene. Oh no, 20, episode 20, season 3. If you look, after I come back from being under S.H.I.E.L.D. and after Lash dies, again, if you guys didn't catch up, sorry. And my head is just down. You can see me when I go. So you can see it. If you go back, you could see me laughing. And Elizabeth, she's laughing in it. So there's sometimes it doesn't even not make it into the show. That's a very long answer, sorry.
Are you that good in remembering episode numbers, or just because of what happened during that episode?
I'm horrible. I don't know even how I did that. Just now. Names.
Yeah, episode 20.
Yeah, once me and Ian were at, we were at Marissa and Jed, who are our producers, Marissa and Jed Whedon. We were at their house for dinner, and they were like, can you name every episode? And can you go through every episode and say what happens from day 1? She spent like the entire time at dinner, we're like, okay, episode 13, and then that was Tracks in season 2. That's when I got shot, yeah. But everyone just remembers from their own point of view, so I had no idea what happened to them, you know what I mean? So it's funny.
That is so bizarre.
Yeah,
okay.
It's weird.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Hi.
All right, so if you haven't seen the end of season 3, this is really actually a question about the very, very end of season 3, after you had your big crying fit.
Yes.
Did they film that before that, then?
Well, we shot the big crying scene before, I don't remember. One of the first things we shot was the big crying scene. The one where I run in and try and talk him down from the Quinjet.
Okay, so at the very end, when you, I guess, become Quake,
yeah.
what do you think is going on there?
I
know you don't know, and you couldn't tell us who did.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you think made her break so much? I mean, you've gone through these things like before. So.
I think it's kind of like the last straw. I mean, she was in love with Lincoln. I think it was several things. She was under S.H.I.E.L.D., and you see that episode where I'm in the containment room. And I'm back from S.H.I.E.L.D. and you see how torn up she's so torn up that she actually doesn't feel like she even deserves to have anyone hug her, or, the scene with Mac, and she's pushing Mac away, she doesn't even want to be hugged. And then that's the same, she goes from that to finally seeing Lincoln and then making up with him, and then he dies saving her. And that guilt mixed with the guilt of attacking Fitz and attacking Mac, and, hurting all the other people that she did under S.H.I.E.L.D. I think the level of guilt is just overwhelming. I think you kind of see it when she's talking to Robin at the end, when she gives the bird. You see her not being as warm as she normally would be, and that's something we tried to make sure was evident in that scene. We wanted to make sure it was clear that she didn't want to get too close to people.
In the several state crime spree, I guess, I don't know.
Well, if you pause and you read them, because I actually read all of them, because they actually typed out everything, like someone did it and they wrote all these articles. If you really look closely, it said an earthquake was caused, but 2 people's lives were saved. So she's really kind of, it may look like it's bad, but it's not bad.
Okay. We'll work on her the rest of the hour.
Thank you. And he paid $200 to change his flight to stay here, so thank you.
Oh, wow.
He's not listening.
Good job.
There you are.
Hey, Daredevil.
Hi.
Tristan.
Hi.
I told you a joke yesterday.
I know, that was funny, the nun joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joke.
Well, my question just got taken beforehand, so I'm going to do something that he told us to do. So he wanted me to ask about Dub Smash.
Oh, yeah.
What is wrong with you people?
There's so much is
I
wrong.
have brain
with us.
damage just from watching
Oh
Clark.
my gosh, we have so much fun doing it. It really just started out because Comic-Con, we go to these things and we have a bus, and for 12 hours you're doing press. And you're answering, you guys have really genius questions because you guys are all fans of the show, but most press outlets, they're like, so tell us about your character. What are you an agent? Like, they have no idea what the show's about, so it's really like, just so boring. So we just we all have ADD for sure. So that's what that is. We have a lot of fun though. But Comic-Con's coming up, so that might happen. My Dub Smash app is broken because it was like, no more. You're done.
Well, you guys constantly challenge each other, so I know you're not going to fall back off of the challenge.
I know, but after the whole official Dub Smash, which I'm sure you guys saw, where we raised over $100,000, after that happened, we were like so done with Dub Smash because we started that while we were shooting, so it became like a actually big hassle to figure it out, and so good question.
I just wanted to say that you were great in playing from an agent, like now you're working for Hive, and now you're just like so secluded. It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
You just deserve a high five.
Thank you. Oh, I get one.
Hey, Chloe.
Hey.
Hey, you said such amazing things in the 75th Captain America special. Yeah, so
I don't remember what I was so tired of that.
There's all good things.
Yes, it's good.
I was wondering what your thoughts were about this crazy capitalist Hydra long business.
The what? Oh, the new
Capitalist
thing that
Hydra.
came out.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, hasn't he died like 100 times in the comics too? I mean, there's like random comics where people do weird things all the time. I don't think Cap is Hydra.
I think he was a werewolf at one point, so.
He's probably a unicorn, he's for sure. Let's start that, Cap's a unicorn. Thank you.
Yeah, Stanley did give his I'm not going to say what it was, but he did give his point on that, so it's going around the circuit to help people feel that, hey, spoiler alert, if you don't know, whatever that Cap is.
He is.
Hail Hydra.
He is. Stanley said he was. He doesn't know. He's tired. Don't listen to him, you guys. He's a unicorn. Listen to me. I know more about Marvel than Stanley. I don't, just so we know. I don't think any printed saying I know, so I'm kidding.
Too late, it's posted.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Madeline.
Hi.
And I was wondering, have you ever stolen anything off of the set?
Wow, are you a thief?
For sure.
There you go.
I steal clothes a lot.
Has anyone ever tried to steal Lola?
No, she's really hard to drive, honestly. She's not very practical. I took a sweater, like more than one sweater for sure. There's a lot of like little prop things around. I've taken a book, because when I was sitting on set and, you know, in the common area where the video game, you know, do you guys know what I'm talking about? The big table, there's video games. Yeah. So that's where there's all these books. I've taken a book. But there's this couch, you guys. There's this couch that I want. And if you guys saw the episode after Trip died, or when Trip died, you know, we're all sitting and we're all drinking beer. It's that brown couch, and it's so comfortable. And I go and take naps on that couch. So, but it's kind of not a subtle thing to steal. I also take socks and underwear. All the time.
Somebody else's underwear?
No. It's this thing where like I kind of go to work at like, you go to work at 4:30 in the morning sometimes 3, and you're there till like 10, and so I'll go and I just throw sweatpants on and I realize I don't have underwear. And so I'll have to be like, I can't go to set, I don't have underwear. And they have to bring me some, so I take it. That's a lot of information.
Wow. Hi.
Hi. So my question is that if there's anyone on the team who doesn't have powers yet, who would you think would be first most interesting to get powers, and secondly, would I had a second one, but who do you think would be the best to just all of a sudden get touched by some technology?
Pterogenesis.
Yes.
I'd like to see Mac. Because he's so resistant against it. So he'd be like, what the? Like he would, I think, have the funniest reaction because it's so against who he is, and yeah.
I don't want Fitz to have any powers whatsoever.
No, I don't think he would even.
He'd destroy the plane. Oh, how'd that happen? You know?
He's so clumsy, he would be, oh, no, yeah, for sure.
You didn't see that leg?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
We know in the Avengers, the first one, we know that Agent Coulson died because before he finally figured out what that weapon did. But how do you think the Avengers would react if they figured out Agent Coulson was still alive?
I think they'd be pretty stoked.
That's a good question, because we haven't had, it's been an Avengers movie out since then, and no one had made mention, unless I'm wrong, no one had made mention of Coulson, which was the dude was pretty close to those guys, and no one said, phew, thank God Coulson's alive, and give him these cards back, you know.
Yeah, no, legit. We do have those cards in his office, though. Those are pretty cool. I should steal those. You guys are giving me some good ideas.
eBay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Kate.
I know. She's a really good tap dancer, you guys. She tap dances to our theme song. Awesome. Have you seen it? Yeah.
Thank you. My question is, Sky, Daisy, Chloe has been through a lot through these past seasons, and what's the most inspiring thing about her, the most inspiring thing about playing her?
I think her resilience and her empathy towards people is what's been most inspiring for me playing her and kind of getting to spend all this time with her and learning from what the writers have given me because she really does not quit. And she's so, my favorite part about the show is that we're redefining what badass means. And so many people think that being badass means being more masculine. And I just think that's so wrong. We have 90% of the stunts on our show are done by women. 90% of the stunts are done by women. And it goes without being said. Like, we don't make a big deal about it, which is what I love. And yeah, we have a lot of strong characters on our show. Some happen to be women, and some happen to be men. But I think her empathy towards other people and her ability to still give to people, even though she's been through so much and she's been hurt in so many ways, she still wants to do the right thing. I think that's what is so inspiring about her. She has such a big heart. She's so generous. And she's also, it's awesome. She has powers, It's so cool to get to play. I mean, it's not cool when I'm filming because I'm like, dude, and nothing is happening. And actually, most of the time, when I have to do my powers, what you don't know is that there's an awkward guy with a giant fan standing in front of me, and he has to time the fan right out so that it blows my hair, so you see the pushback of the powers. and he can never get the fan right. So I'm always like, and then I'm holding it, and then the fan goes, like 2 minutes later, and then it's like, okay, let's try again. And I'll be crying, and it's like, and then it goes. It takes forever, so it's actually not cool to shoot. But it looks really cool afterwards. And that's a good question. Thank you.
You know, Big Na is really pissed at your powers. The fact that
I know.
how you have to portray that you have the powers. Here she is, flipping, jumping, falling, kicking, punching, whatever. And
I
she
know.
literally said, and she just does this.
I do fight though. I did do 2 one-shot fight sequences, and I did all my own stunts. But we do fight. We try to keep it, and I actually complained too because I love fighting, and I thought, you know, I said, I hope this doesn't mean I don't get to still kick ass. So they've added. So what I loved about the last fight sequence with Ward, which is actually, someone was asking what the last thing we shot was, and the last thing we shot during the day was of season 3 was the big fight between me and Brett. When I used my powers, so it was kind of like punching, but I was still quaking, so that was really fun. But that took about 13 hours to finish.
Right. Have you filmed
I'm
anything
still
for that?
sore.
Have you filmed anything for that finale that's going to show up in the season premiere?
No.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
check.
all. That's all. And the finale will actually air in overseas. It'll air in 2 parts. So what you don't know is in between when I get down and I say take me back at the beginning, and then I stand back up, that is 2 weeks different. So if you look, you can kind of see that my hair is a little different if you notice, but I get down and I say please take me back. That was the end of the first episode, and then 2 weeks go by, and then we picked it up and shot the rest. But they did a really good job at making it look like it was one continuous scene.
Wow,
Yeah.
great editing. Hey, Ben.
Hello, my name is Grant, and I just wanted to say, I think I speak for everyone here when I say that you've done a tremendous job on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. In the last 3 seasons. So.
Thank you so much.
But my question is actually totally irrelevant to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. When I was thinking of what to ask you yesterday, I came across a Jimmy Fallon episode that you
Kimmel?
were on. Jimmy, yes.
Yeah.
Kimmel, that you were on, and you talked about how you were like a star in China with your single. I wanted to describe that experience.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So you're a Chinese pop star.
Mm-hmm. That was Robin Spartan's first time. 15, I'm from Chicago. When I was 15, I kind of was taking voice lessons for like a month, and the voice teacher called some guy in New York, and I met him, and he was like, do you want to be a pop star in China? And I was like, that sounds like more fun than geometry class. So I moved to China when I was 15, and then I recorded an album in Sweden. Under the producer who did Toxic, which is Clark Greg's favorite song. Lip sync battle. It was pretty crazy. It was really insane, and somehow now I'm a superhero. It makes no sense. It was fun. It was like a high school job. Just a little different. Yeah.
I also have actually one more question.
Ooh, how about we're about really out of time. I really want to get as many people as I possibly can to ask questions. So
thank you, Grant.
Thank you for that one, guys. One question each, folks, if you can. We're not going to get through everybody, but try and get through many.
Okay.
Hi, I just like to point out that I am also from Chicago.
Yeah, Shot.
So, as a multitude of Marvel movies are inching towards the near future, should we expect to see any of these movies? And if you're not in any, are there any movies in the past or in the future, like Black Panther, that you would like to be in or that you would like to have been in?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to, but I'm really happy on our show, and I think, we've shot 66 hours of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a very, very, very long movie, basically. So I'm really proud of what we've been doing on our show. It would obviously be awesome to interact with different characters from the MCU, but I'm pretty stoked with getting to still work with like Fitz and Simmons and Clark Gregg. But Black Panther looks awesome, and I can't wait. I'm really excited.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, again.
So after, like, when Daisy went rogue, what was it like to shoot the scene where she, like, jumped on top of the building?
Ooh, so that scene was in an alley, and it smelled like dog shit. And it was like 100 degrees, and I actually had to go catch a plane to come to Texas. I came here right after that. It was awesome, but what you don't know is that so the CG that has to happen when you fly, I guess, is what everyone does. Like, so everyone does this when they're in movies, like with special effects. You go a week prior. I got dressed in that outfit and I went into this dome filled with cameras. So there's like 2,000 cameras filling this dome, and they take pictures of every inch of your body for about 4 hours. You have to stand there, and I have ADD, so that was absolute nightmare for me. But you stand in a dome like this, and then you have to. Mark Kolpak, who does our special effects, he goes, okay, now make a scary face, and you have to go like this. And he goes, okay, now make a happy face. You go, and he's like, do it wider and smile wider. I'm like I can't do it. And then you stand there for 4 hours making all different, and basically they scan your whole body, so then they make it look like I was actually jumping. But really, they just put a big rig around me. And so they said, okay, on the count of 3, you're going to stand up slowly. And then the challenge, again, was the fan. Because it was a 360 shot. If you look at it, the cameraman is running around me in a circle. So then the cameraman and the fan guy were like running in a circle around me, and I had to pretend like I'm about to fly and look really cool. But these guys are like sweating, and it smells like poop, and everyone's like tripping over each other. So it took a minute. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hi, somebody there? Hey.
Hey.
So on the scene, you're like so dark, and then when you get here, you're like, hug me! So
You're right.
So my question is, how do you feel about your drain me scene?
Oh, I hated that scene. It was, after I read that, I went to the producers, I'm like, I'm tricking him, right? Like, I don't want him to do that. Like, I don't want him to, I just was really, it was really hard to play so dark, especially when being under S.H.I.E.L.D. was the hardest part to shoot of the whole series, because you're essentially on, I say it was inhuman roofied, if that makes any sense, but I'm still acting the same. So you don't know, hopefully you don't know what that means. But it was hard. It was hard to play that scene. But that whole episode was really hard, because that scene with Mac, when I fought Mac, was a really sad scene. And me and Henry they actually added, because there's a big fight sequence to that scene too, and they didn't tell me until literally 2 minutes before we started. So they're like, hey, you're gonna fight in this. And I'm like, what? I have all this dialogue, because we had a big long scene of dialogue, and then we had to fight while crying, and fighting while crying is really hard to do, because it's just hard. So I'm like fighting while tearing up, and then it got to the point where me and Henry were so emotional about it, because it was so heavy, that we both started crying in the scene, and then we cut, and we both couldn't stop crying. So it was a special scene.
It's really realistic, because you're basically fighting an addiction. And you have to kind of maintain your composure, and yet you're in love with the guy you're fighting with, in another way, love. Brotherly love with the guy. And it's like, but I can't stop. I still want this.
Yeah, they were able to really touch base on the theme of addiction in a really interesting way, because that's what they said from the beginning, and that you're addicted. There's dopamine being pumped through your. That's what he does. And so that was interesting to play. So it was really sad, because you could see something in her didn't want to be hitting him, and that's what was hard. Yeah.
Wow. Good question, dude. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tanya, and my question is, how did the cast react to knowing that an angel was going to die, like Lincoln? And another question. Oh, I just forgot it.
Let's make it one.
Yeah. And also, because my family, we all made bets thinking it was going to be May or it was going to be you. So how did the cast react, like, when Luke was going to die?
So I we knew, you know, obviously for a while it was like someone will die for like half a season. And then I kept getting this is how like in the show I think I am. I kept having dreams that it was Luke before we found out that it was Luke. And I would text Marissa being like, I had another dream that it was Luke, please don't kill off Luke. Like I would just text her that all the time. And then we find out, so if anyone dies in an episode, they bring that person into their office, and then we found out, then they call everyone, but I accidentally found out before. So that was hard. I was super bummed. Luke and I are really close, and he's my best friend on the show, and so it was really tough to say goodbye, because we spent a lot of time with these, like hours and hours of time and bonding with these people. To not have that experience again with them will be really, really sad. But everyone was, I mean, the table read, the scene where I'm saying goodbye to him, in the table read, I actually couldn't read it because I started crying during the table read, and then everyone started crying, and then everyone was like, and so everyone was just crying. So it was pretty hard. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Hello.
Hi, so my evil twin just stole my stuff.
Yeah, I was like, you guys have a lot of life.
Yeah, she stole my question. Anyway, so another question. Do you think Daisy, she's so sad because she lost love of her life, do you think she'd still be happy for Gemma and Fitz, even though like she's...
Yes.
No. He doesn't like the Simmons. What is wrong with him?
Relationship.
What?
I totally...
I don't know what's wrong with him.
You're the only one who thinks that. You're wrong. No, for sure. She would for sure be happy. That's who she is. You know, she just wants happiness for other people, and she somehow is just not getting it for herself. I know. Yeah, I think she would be so super happy. Yes. They're probably at the Seychelles right now, or whatever they said that they were going. She's like, I'm going to show you somewhere incredible. And he's like, oh yeah? I mean, snorkeling. That was my favorite scene. It was so cute. Oh, I loved it. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Hi.
Well, my question is, how is your personality alike with Daisy's personality?
Ooh, we look so much alike. It was funny because she started out more similar to me. You know, Sky, I think, is more similar to me. I think we're both pretty bubbly and outgoing. But I think we both have the same sense of justice, and I think, you know, deep down we have a sense of humor. It's kind of gotten darker because a lot of stuff has happened. But you know, after playing a character every day for 3 years, I kind of don't know who I am anymore and who Daisy is. Like, I am her, she is me. I feel so similar to her. I feel like I am her, she's me. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know where the lines are. It's not healthy. Like, I should probably get help because I tried to quake someone in traffic before. And I was like, wow, you need sleep, oh my God. So, yeah, I don't know, I think she's stronger than me. I think she is more confident than me, maybe in some ways. But I think we're pretty similar, and I think that's why Joss, you know, decided to cast me.
And unfortunately, this is the last question.
Really?
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
It's 3:45.
Sometimes that's when the end of the panel is. They turn over this room. I tell you what, you choose how many you can get through and whatever.
In 10 minutes? How many minutes do we have?
5 minutes.
Who's in charge of this here?
I am.
You are.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
It's up to you. Well, it's up to you. What's
I'm
something
taking up time now. This is Go ahead.
Go for it.
Hi, nice to see you
Hi.
again. My question is, between auditioning, between first read, between all 3 seasons, what has been the most memorable moment on set for you?
Probably the most memorable is getting it, really, is getting the part. I auditioned 7 times. Yeah, they were like, really not sure. But I auditioned 7 times for the part, and it was a 2-month process. And I finally got it. It was at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and I got the phone, I started screaming, I started crying, and then my neighbor came down and she was, what's wrong? And so I think that moment, that changed my life forever. And I remember getting the script, and I was moving houses, so I was sleeping on my friend's couch because I was moving in between houses, and I got the script at like 3 a.m. for some reason. I noticed I had it in my email, and I read the first episode like in the dark at 3 a.m. and because I had no idea they didn't give us a script before when you're auditioning, so I had no idea what kind of character this was. And so when I got it and I read the script, it was such a cool moment to get to read that and then meet everyone. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Alrighty, keep going.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to tell you my favorite actress, and I literally love you.
I love you.
And I enjoyed
She was great yesterday.
Yeah,
It was really
that great
cool.
yesterday.
Yeah.
But my question is, can you sing your favorite song at the moment?
What? No. I don't have a favorite song right now.
Sing any song. We just want you to sing.
I actually have no voice right now. Do you want me to do my Britney Spears impersonation? It's gonna be really bad because my throat's on fire. Ready? I think I did it again. More than just friends.
It's beautiful. For some reason, I keep saying Clark.
Oh yeah, different song, but yes.
Hi. Do you ever miss that wisecracking aspect of Guy's character from season one?
Yes. I hope that happens soon. I don't know if it will, because it's really dark. But yeah, I really do. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Amber. Okay,
Hi.
you said you're Team Cap. Am I imagining any similarities between your scene as Daisy saying goodbye to Lincoln as he goes into space to Agent Carter saying goodbye
Yeah.
to Steve Rogers as he goes
For
into
sure,
the
right? So they're totally parallel. No, you're not imagining it. I think that's totally. They're both. They met later, so it's not as they got to see each other afterwards. But no, yeah, for sure. Thank you. Hi again.
Hi. Okay, so who's a better kisser, Brett or me?
I just hit myself in the face. I got nervous. And then, dude. Yeah, I'm fine. Austin, my boyfriend.
Good job. Good answer.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, thanks for coming to Dallas. Yeah, I love that. And if you could have any character in the Marvel Universe on the show, what would you pick?
I'd pick Agent Coulson, Agent May, Fitz, Simmons, Lincoln, Ward. I love everyone on our show. Yeah.
Hi. My question is, while you're rolling, have there been many moments where you're just at first, I've got this, and then later you're just like, I don't got this?
When I'm crying or acting or just in my life. There's definitely moments where I'm like, what am I doing? I'm so tired. Or you mean crying?
Or just what the biggest, most memorable times where it's been like that?
Yeah, it happens all the time. It's a really high octane, the schedule's really grueling and it's a lot of work. It takes, there's some fight sequences, I did a one-shot fight sequence in season 2 and I broke my arm shooting it during a take. And then I've never broken a bone, so I just kept fighting and I was like, my arm hurts. And I kept fighting and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this anymore because I'm kind of in pain and you don't want to be that way because you don't want to be like, I'm hurt. So I kind of just let it slide for a bit, yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to have to roll through the questions really quick, so make it the question, okay?
Hey, boo.
Hey, how's it going? So, what do you think made Sky finally embrace being Daisy and going on with that name and such?
I think it's what she was looking for her whole life. So I think, she...
A father and a real name, yeah.
And I think she's been trying to belong, she's trying to have connection, be a part of something, and so I think it was the obvious thing to her to take the name. I think she always knew Sky was going to be a temporary name. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hi, next.
So everyone's been talking about how cute, everyone's been talking about how cute Red is, but I think they forget that he's like 10 different kinds of creepy throughout the series.
For sure.
How do you keep that emotional whiplash? How do you like remember to be angry at him as he's all these different kinds of weird?
Like shooting for 16 hours with someone can remind you to be angry. As much as you love anyone, if you spend 16 hours straight with, no, Fred's awesome. It's just acting, really. I mean, he's creepy, you know? It was, when he's saying the things that he's saying, it's not hard to be, because he's such a great actor, he brings it, so it's kind of easy to fall into it. What was really hard was actually pretending to like him when I was under Sway. That was really hard, because I was so grossed out by the whole, like, hive thing that I couldn't, like, Ward was not there for me because he's so different from Ward, and he was wearing, like, that Aladdin cape, so... So yeah, good question.
Great guys, rapid fire.
Hey, so I was wondering if there's a scene that related to your real life and that ever helped you get through that.
Ooh.
That's a good one, actually.
I think a sense of belonging. I think everyone wants to feel connected to someone and to feel like they belong somewhere. And I definitely feel that. So any time that she, you know, Daisy's talking about that or searching for that or gets emotional about that, I think I can totally relate to that because everyone feels lost at a certain point, and so I totally relate to that. Also, I met my boyfriend on the show, and we made out on the show, so that helped me in real life.
Awesome. Hi, next.
I just want to say I love you, Miss Quig.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Thank you. Just want to say, any chance we're going to see the pixie cut soon?
Do you guys want that? I don't know what that was. That a lot of people say no, and a lot of people say yes.
Hands up for no.
Yeah, let's
hands up for no. Put your hands down.
Commented on your hand.
Wait. Hold it. Hands up for yes.
It's more no.
It's more no. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The writers always joke with me because they know I have anxiety when it comes to my hair. So they'll be like, "Pixie cut next week," and I'll be like, "Shut up."
All right, guys. Real quick, your question. Real quick.
Hi. What do you personally think of the Fitzsimmons relationship?
They're so cute. When they had their first kissing scene, I like snuck onto set and I ate a bagel while watching them. It was super creepy.
Yes, it was super creepy. I agree. Yeah.
Hey Manny, shit, I forgot to wear your jersey.
No, don't sweat it.
Sorry, also it's 800 degrees in here, so
Thank you very much for being here for Dallas.
Thank
Thanks
you.
Too. Here's my question, and it may help you or not, but here it is. You said at the end of the episode that it left an opening possibly where you just did your stuff from the team, but also with the cancellation of Agent Carter, what do you think about the possibility of maybe Marvel maybe setting you up for your own show? Marvel's Quake. And if they are doing something like that, what do you think about that? Who would you
One question.
I love our show, and so I love the people I work with, and what makes the experience so great is being surrounded by the cast that I am, so, yeah. Good question, though.
We'll see. That's for the future, so I'm sure.
Okay, so do you think Sky will ever become part of the team again, or do you think she's going to go on her own?
I think she'll go on her own for a little bit, and I think she'll come back.
Was that a spoiler?
No, I actually don't know anything. I'm not kidding. I've not heard anything. They don't tell me anything. I'm on vacation, so they don't tell me anything. We go back to shooting in July 21st, so I'll know then, but until then, I have no information.
Hi, we got the last three there.
Hi.
My question is not related to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We saw Greg and Haley on Lip Sync Battle. What would you sing on Lip Sync Battle?
I'd probably rap. You've seen me rap? Oh, yeah, I'd probably rap something.
Okay, hey, what's up?
Hey.
Okay, my question is more of a Chloe question.
Okay.
So you're one of the few, you're one of the few positive Asian characters on TV.
Thank you.
So you're part of that conversation, either you want to or not.
Yeah.
So how do you, Chloe, feel about, you're taking up that mantle now that you have that platform? Or
I'm so proud to be a part of this trailblazing group of women and men and Asian American people who are now starting to be in more movies and, are taking the leading roles. I've said this before, but my last name is Wong, And I'm half Chinese. Yeah, I'm half Chinese. I've lived in China. And I had to change my name when I moved here because casting director told me that I wasn't Asian enough to be the best friend, and I wasn't white enough to be the lead. Oh. So that's a clear, it's a problem. And the fact that they were colorblind when casting our show, and they continue to be, I'm so proud of our show, our writers, and that women are portrayed as, they're super tough, or they're super just like submissive, and that, and also that they cast me, and not only they cast me and they made me half Chinese on the show. My mom was Chinese on the show, and they could have easily whitewashed me, and they didn't, and I'm so proud of that, and I think it's so important for us to also have a voice, because there are a lot of things that should not be casted the way that they are.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be a part of it. Yes.
Right. And the absolute last question.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
Hope you remember me from earlier.
I do. You gave me the shirts. She gave me pins and postcards.
I hope you like them very much.
I do. Thank you.
Okay, here's a big question. It just came to my mind. Would it be so amazing to have a very first Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. movie?
Yeah, that would be really fun, right?
Yes.
I mean, basically the finale was a 2-hour movie. It'd be fun to have, it would be so fun to have a movie with everyone, because that would be awesome. So let's do that, right?
Yes, and all I want to say, thank you for coming to Dallas, Texas. You're always welcome to Texas. And I hope you and the cast have a great time. Going back on set and be safe.
Thank you.